Hello sunshines, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little bit of a sit down, get ready with me video, kind of what I do if I'm going to put on my makeup and try to look like a real human being. If you're interested in chatting with me and watching me cake my face, keep on watching. So I'm not going to be explaining any products that I'm using just because I want to talk to you guys a little bit. In my first video I had said that I wanted to upload weekly, and I do still want to, but over the holidays I wanted to spend time with my husband and not worry about filming. Yes, if you follow me on Instagram or have me on Facebook, you probably know I got married. We didn't really talk too much about like getting married to anybody just because we weren't planning anything big right away for it. The reason we decided to get married so soon was because it would aid in the application process. Obviously we wanted to get married, but that's why we decided to do it so soon. But yeah, so I got married on the 29th of December, and it was just a nice little ceremony at home. Like, the lady who married us came to his parents' house and we had a nice little dinner, and yeah, it's just a nice little celebration. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys as of why I haven't made a video like I said I was going to, and kind of what's happened over the holidays. Now, what I wanted to talk about in this video, I had mentioned in my first video that I've been in the hospital 3 times during this pregnancy. And I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about why. Because it's a very common thing that can happen in pregnancy, and you just want to be aware. I really think this is empty now. I guess I will start from the beginning. So in the very beginning of my pregnancy, I noticed that my pee, disclaimer, this is going to be a bit of a TMI story. If you don't want to hear about your bladder and your kidney and your urine, you should probably click out of this video because it includes subjects on all of those things. Now, I noticed my pee smelled stronger and like not so good in the mornings, but I also know that you produce a lot more urine when you're pregnant, and I was being tested at every doctor's appointment I had, so I didn't really have any concerns. I just thought, oh, like, I didn't drink enough water, or I didn't pee enough during the day or the night or whatever. And so I kind of just passed it off as a symptom of pregnancy. And then around the middle of September, I decided to go visit my grandparents in Edmonton. I was staying with my mom in Nanaimo just to visit everyone before I left for Sweden. And so I went to visit my grandparents in Edmonton, and everything was fine until I think middle of, or no, the end of September. And then I woke up in the morning and right away I just felt kind of nauseous. Throughout my whole pregnancy, I never really had morning sickness. Like, I would feel nauseous if I was hungry or something, or I had like food aversions and stuff like that, but I never physically actually got sick. I would feel like I had to, but I would never actually get sick. And then one morning I woke up and like I had to run to the bathroom, and if there was anything in my stomach, you get the picture. So I thought that was kind of weird. I was kind of feeling off, so I thought maybe I was sick or something. I think it was the next day. The same thing happened again in the morning, and then at night we had dinner reservations. And while I was at dinner, now I have naturally fairly large breasts, and they've only gotten bigger with pregnancy. You may think it's a blessing, but it's really not. And I noticed my back was getting really sore. Now, I was starting to get a bit of a belly at this time, so I'm like, maybe it's because my belly is getting bigger, my boobs are bigger, and I'm not a super big girl. Maybe my body's just having a hard time adjusting to the added weight on my body. When we got back from dinner, my back was like quite sore. Like, I've had these melons the majority of my life. I've never really had my back hurt that bad, and it wasn't like all up here. It was like down in my lower back too, and it was I was not feeling so good. And then we were watching movies and whatnot on the couch, and I had to have the heating pad on because it was quite painful. I was not feeling good. I went to bed that night and I was tossing and turning all throughout the night. I could not get comfortable, but I went to bed hoping that I would feel better in the morning. If not, obviously, I would go get checked out. So I woke up in the morning. It was 10 times worse. I woke up and I felt like I got hit by a freaking truck. It hurt so bad. I felt like somebody had beat the crap out of me in my sleep. I could barely move without being in a lot of pain. Also, the couple of days before, my mama, my grandma, had said to me that I didn't look so hot. Like, I just looked like I didn't feel very well. And I mean, I wasn't feeling very well, but I just chalked it up to being pregnant. So when I went down in the morning, I told her, I'm like, shit, like, I am in a lot of pain. I don't know what's going on. I've never had a kidney infection, but I'm pretty in tune with my body. And like, it kind of feels what I would think a kidney infection feels like, because it's like right in that area. She's like, yeah, that's honestly what I was thinking too. We were talking a little bit and decided that I should probably go to the hospital and get checked out. We grab my things and head to the hospital. I tell them what's going on, tell them I'm pregnant. I think I have a kidney infection because that's what I would imagine it feels like. And so they run some tests on me. What do you know? I got a kidney infection. The doctor I had that was checking me out in the like screening area kind of thing, I told him that I was going to Sweden soon, and then I was like, you know, I want to know what's going on. He's like, yeah, don't blame you. It would be nice if you could get this figured out before you leave, because you leave in like a week or so. And he says that he wants to order me an ultrasound just to check my kidneys to see what's going on and also see how baby's doing before I jump on an airplane. Like, yes, that sounds like a wonderful idea. And so I'm sent up to the ultrasound area. I get my ultrasound and he checks my kidneys. It's like, yes, they're definitely swollen, and we'd like to do some IV antibiotics on you just because you're pregnant and it's a bit easier on your stomach, and we want to get you well before you leave on your trip. Because there is no way in hell I could fly in that much pain. I wouldn't be able to sit for 5 minutes, let alone 11 hours. Also, when they were doing the ultrasound, they checked on baby, so it was so nice to see him. The first time I saw him was at 8 weeks, so he was like super tiny. You couldn't really tell that there was anything there, really. So it was really nice to see him looking like an alien type thing. I got my ultrasound at 18 weeks. I'll try and insert a video here. But they totally look like aliens at that stage, which is kind of cool. The ultrasound tech asked me if I wanted to find out the gender, and I told him I did. So he told me I was having a little boy, which is so funny because when he told me, I just laughed because I knew the entire pregnancy that I was having a boy. We literally already had his name picked out. I'm doing my makeup so fast, and I still have this whole story to tell. Anyways, they tell me I'm having a boy. That is so cool. I was so excited. And then the doctor tells me that they want me to come back. They'll give me a dose of the IV antibiotics today. They want me to come back for the next 2 days. And then they prescribe me, I think it was 10 days worth of oral antibiotics. I'm doing my makeup in my iPhone camera, and I have no idea how this turned out, but it looks fine on camera, so that's all that really matters. So they give me my oral antibiotics after the IV antibiotics, and I'm already starting to feel better after the first dose of IV antibiotics. Like, wonderful. I'm good to go to Sweden. Fast forward, like, I think it's 2 weeks or so, and I'm in Sweden, feeling fine, glad to be with my honey after 3 months, over 3 months of being apart. I don't wish that on anybody. Sorry, I can't talk when I do my mascara. I'm sure you can relate. I'm totally good, feeling fine, in Sweden with my baby. About just under a month goes by. Lo and behold, I'm laying in bed. I think it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's the weekend, or at least Oscar had the Friday off or something. My back was getting quite sore, but I didn't really think too much about it at first, just because we had gone to a football game, soccer game, the night before, and we were sitting up at almost the very top, so I had done like major stairs that night, and I just thought that maybe it was because I'm pregnant and I did so many stairs and I'm sore. But it only started to get worse, and it started to get worse very quickly, and probably under half an hour I was beginning to be in severe pain. I told Oscar, I'm like, it's happening again. Let me call my travel insurance. Don't worry, I'm covered. Let me just get on the phone with them and let them know, and we're gonna have to go in. I'm calling my travel insurance, and I'm literally like, you would think I was in labor because I'm like squatting on the ground, like I can't get comfortable. I'm just like, this is great. I talk to them, we leave. It's about, I think, a 20-minute drive there, and I've got the heated seats on in the car, and I'm like in so much pain. I cannot get comfortable. I have my window down because I'm like ready to puke. Not feeling good, honey. Just not feeling my hottest. We get to the hospital. I tell them I'm pregnant, that I'm from Canada. Clearly they know I'm not from Sweden because I don't speak Swedish yet. And I tell them that I think I have a kidney infection again. Actually, I know I have a kidney infection again. And so they send me on inside, do all the tests on me again. And what do you know? I have another freaking kidney infection. So I don't know if all of the bacteria just didn't get killed or whatever from the last time or what. They don't really do much for me then. They give me, I think it's 5 days worth of antibiotics and ask me to go do an ultrasound the next day on my kidneys just to make sure everything's okay. And I'm like, okay. The next day I come in and do the ultrasound, and they're like, shit, your kidneys are really swollen. That's not good. We're gonna have to pay attention to this. If it doesn't go away, come back in. So I'm like, okay. I was already feeling better, so that was a plus, but I felt better last time, so I was like, okay. If anything is wrong with me, I am on Google and like, okay, these are my symptoms, what's going on? 9 times out of 10, I'm right. Anyways, I feel fine. My symptoms are gone. Finished my antibiotics. I think about a week goes by, and I'm lying in bed in the morning and I'm like, I'm sore again. Great, yay. It wasn't so bad this time. It was just, you know, a dull ache, but I'm like, you know, that's how it usually starts out. So we will just wait her out a little bit and see what happens. Kind of just spent all day in bed. I was quite sore, tossing and turning. I pretty much just tried to sleep it off, but I did have a good nap in the day, and I woke up and I wasn't sore anymore. So like, okay, maybe baby was just kicking me. They did say that this could irritate my kidneys as well. Basically, if that happens, you kind of just have to deal with it. So I thought, okay, I will deal with it and see what happens. If it gets worse, obviously I will go in. But I was seemingly fine. The only thing that was not so great was my appetite. I literally had 0 appetite, and that happened every single time that I had this. But I'm also pregnant, right? The problem kidney was fine, but I just wasn't feeling very good. Then I think it was the next day or so, or it might have even been later in that day. This side was getting a bit sore, but it really wasn't like that sore. So I think I waited one more day, and then it started to get quite sore on that side, and I still had no appetite. Then we decided to go over to his parents' house, and his mom's a nurse, so I was kind of talking to her throughout these instances, And she said that, you know, if you feel the baby squishing your kidney, maybe try like moving him, changing positions. I told her that I had done that and it was not working. And Oscar had also been concerned the past couple days that I was kind of warm, but I'm typically a person that runs fairly hot, so I'm just like, oh, like, that's just kind of how I usually am, plus I'm pregnant. So I said I am feeling kind of warm on my forehead and I do have a little bit of a headache. Maybe you should check me just to make sure I don't have a fever. If I do, obviously I will go in, because you don't want to have a fever when you're pregnant because it's not good for a baby. That means your body temperature is too high, and we all know what happens when the oven is too hot. I guess you can check your belly to see if you have a fever. Like if your belly's hot, then it's like checking your forehead kind of thing. So she checked my belly and she's like, no, actually it's kind of cool. Oscar said she's not really hot there, it's more like up here kind of thing. And so I guess when you're pregnant, we kind of came to this conclusion. When you're pregnant, your body regulates that area because obviously you don't want it to get too hot. So that method was ineffective. She checked me here. Yes, I was quite warm, so she did, she stuck a thermometer under my armpit, my underarm, and what do you know? I am 98.6 or something, so, or 98.9 Celsius, which is like around 102 Fahrenheit, which I know is not good, especially when you're pregnant. So we're like, in we go. Go to the hospital. I tell them that, and the last 2 times that I went into the hospital, I didn't have a fever. So I told them that what happened before, that I didn't have a fever, but they told me that if I did have a fever or my symptoms came back, to come back in, and I have both of those. So here I am. So they decide they want to do IV antibiotics on me as well, and they want to admit me for it so that they can monitor me and make sure I'm all Gucci. I'm there for 2 nights, and then the next afternoon they say your symptoms are going away, you feel fine, your fever's gone, we're gonna send you home, but we want you to come back in for another ultrasound just to make sure baby and kidneys are looking okay. So the next day we come back in for the ultrasound, and when they do the ultrasound, they tell me that the first problem kidney is more swollen, and my other kidney is swollen as well. So that's not good. I wait for the doctor, and she tells me basically that I have hydronephrosis, or prenatal hydronephrosis, which is where baby or my uterus is squishing or blocking my ureter or ureter, I don't really know how to pronounce it, which is the tube thing that connects from your bladder to your bladder to your kidney, and when it's blocked, it doesn't allow bacteria to exit, and it pushes urine up into your kidney, causing swelling, irritation, infection. She said, you're showing signs of improvement after the IV antibiotics. I'm like, yeah, I know, but we've done this 3 times now. She says, we're gonna prescribe you another 10 days worth of antibiotics, and then after that you will probably have to be on a low dose for the rest of your pregnancy just to make sure it don't come back. If it does, we will have to take actions a step further, and you'll probably need a catheter in your kidney. I'm like, yeah, that's what I googled, and let's please try and avoid that. That is why I was in the hospital 3 separate times. It was extremely painful. I'm wondering how childbirth will be now. I mean, I dealt with the pain, but the second time, it was so bad. I was getting out of the car like this. Like I could not move for the freaking life of me. So luckily contractions give you a bit of a break, but yeah. It's gonna be a ride, girlfriend. Anyways, that is my story. If you have any of those symptoms, go get yourself checked out. It is not normal. And it can be very bad if you don't seek treatment, because no, the infection will not directly hurt baby right away. But if it does go untreated, baby can come prematurely or have a low birth weight. And also, the infection could spread to your blood, and when infection spreads to your blood, it is called sepsis. And I'm pretty sure we all know that that's not a good thing. This is a very common thing in pregnancy. The degree of severity differs from person to person. I think I had it quite severely. Now I'm all good. I'm on my low dose for the rest of my pregnancy, and it has been helping tremendously. No symptoms have come back. Yes, I get a sore back here and there, but that is solely what it is. And yeah, just take care of yourself, girls. Listen to your body. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions for future videos, what you've thought of this video. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, comment on my posts, DM me. Let me know what kind of content you want from me. I'm here to give you what you want. Now, last time I talked to you guys, I was 28 weeks. It has been 2 weeks, and so that makes me 30 weeks now. And I think you guys deserve a physique update. Let's show you my belly. Yes, I am wearing my husband's underwear. I'm definitely getting rounder. I've noticed my stomach muscles are stretching again. And y'all know what that means. Baby's getting big. And I definitely feel that. He's been low the whole pregnancy. And so my pants just keep getting lower and lower. And honestly, 90% of the time, I'm not wearing pants because it's like his head's right down here, so it's not comfortable. But I can show you from the back too. So, and literally every time he moves his head, I can like feel it, and it feels like I have to pee and it hurts, but worth it. So yeah, party in the back, pregnant in the front. I'm taking a thumbnail. I don't know how to do this, but I'm doing it. I swear there's like people watching me. Our apartment buildings are like this. It's kind of like a complex area, and so there's like apartment buildings like all around like this, and so I'm facing another apartment building and I feel like people are watching me film. Let them know. Let them subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. There will be more to come. I'm hoping to post every single week now that I'm back from the holidays. Yeah, please give me constructive criticism because I want your opinion. I want to know what you guys want. I want to give you what you want and deserve. Have a great day, sunshines.